My mom had me when she was 17 years old, and my nanny took care of me, and she was very Christian, and so she would instill that in me whenever I was young. We're still very close. She's 90 years old. But my mom, I never got to meet my real dad. So my mom got remarried whenever I was 3 to my stepdad. And he sexually abused me for about 7 or 8 years. At first, whenever I tried to tell my mom, she didn't want to believe it. I don't believe. And then when she did, they got divorced. Everything fell apart. Everyone was angry. I felt guilty, and I felt like it was happening to me because I have a different dad and I'm different. But then I realized that, the guilt finally had to go away. I got married young whenever I was 20 and had Kayla and Cassidy and Colton, and they brought, a lot of joy to my life. But even still, it just started happening that I was like, something's missing in my life. So even in my 20s, didn't really go to church off and on. I believed, but I wasn't all in. And I met a friend of mine, Ashley, about 3 years ago, and doing my hair. And she was coming to Faith Family, and I saw that it was changing her life, and I was like, I want that, even though I was older, like later in life, I wanted that for my children. And so we started going, and I kept putting it off to, I started seeing little changes in myself and in my kids. And we went for about a year and a half. And I heard Pastor Josh say about take the year challenge. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. What do I have to lose? I got to where it wasn't every once in a while. And that's when I noticed the change. Like Colton came back from camp and he loved it. And I just started making it where church was number one priority to go consistently. And by this time, I was looking back in all of my sermon notes, and it had been 2.5 years that I've been going to Faith Family. Well, when I did the year challenge, I noticed a change, like just so much in my life. And I cut out some things that weren't good and started making really good choices. And I started seeing myself change, and family and friends were noticing changes. And then finally it was time to get baptized, and I knew it was time, and we all were like, what are we waiting on? And I felt that I needed to make it be known that I'm a changed person, and even at 42 years old, it wasn't too late for me. It wasn't too late to change my life. I wasn't defined, and I had forgiven my stepdad. I made the decision that I need to go public with what is changing inside of me, not just, well, one day I'll get baptized, or be like, it's too late for me. I should have done that, earlier in life. I'll just go to church, and I'll just know when Pastor Josh said, go all in, I knew I needed to go all in every single aspect of my life. And doing that has changed my life. It really has changed my life. And so when I got baptized October 21st, and my kids got baptized, and my daughter Cassidy's boyfriend Cade got baptized, and his family came, like, we just were all different. And I may not have like an earthly father. That's what I really realized, that in my situation, it just didn't work out for me to have a earthly father, but I had the most amazing heavenly Father, that he makes up for anything that I didn't have in my life, and that's where I was like, it's just time to go all in. And in a year, I'm such a different person than I was. When I got baptized, I just remember feeling like a fresh start, even at my age. And a good example, like I saw the joy on Colton's face, and Cassidy and Cade, and it was just so nice to be new and to know that it's not too late.